Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Should you buy AMC? $36.90. Where do I think my overall price prediction for AMC is in the coming weeks? And do I still think AMC is going to go through a short squeeze? I hope to answer all those questions for you guys by the end of the video. I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It is just my personal opinion and for educational purposes only. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So take a look here. AMC currently sitting at $36.90 in the last trading session, down about 1%. If we take a look at the 1 week chart, we see that AMC over the last week was up 12%, and we see here that at a high, July 21st, it was up as high as 37% and $45.20. And this just kind of stems back a little bit to show that, AMC does still have that volatility, that explosive potential that everybody does talk about. I still do think that AMC stock is going to do very well in the long term, and I still do think that AMC is going to go through a short squeeze. As far as we know, shorts are taking advantage of the market manipulation, basically taking advantage of the market conditions. We've seen that the markets have really not been doing too good over the last couple of months, and so, shorts or hedge funds take the opportunity to short down the stock, leading people to believe that there's actually a massive sell-off going, but when in reality we can see based on the statistics and the facts that more people are definitely buying AMC than they are actually selling it. But like I said, people are doing their best to try to push down the stock as much as possible. So when we analyze the kind of what's been going on with AMC, we know that hedge funds, they still haven't covered their short positions. They're still trying to push down the stock as much as they can, continuing to add to the short positions, and it makes people kind of over the long term kind of giving up on AMC. But for me, I don't think I've given up on AMC. I still do think that AMC is going to explode. I still do think AMC stock is going to hit $1,000, and I still do think that AMC is going to go through a short squeeze. Like I said, hedge funds have not covered their short positions just yet. They eventually do have to, so even if that means pushing the stock down all the way down, and here's the problem, it's like retail traders don't really always have the amount of capital to be able to keep pushing the stock up as much as possible. But there's even a lot of big time analysts saying that AMC is definitely going to pay off in the long run. Even Jim Cramer himself basically said, being on the short side of things in a market like this versus being a long term is probably not a smart idea, thinking that AMC is definitely going to make people lose a lot of money. And there is people out there who are still adding to their positions. And then we also know that there's a lot of big time companies out there like BlackRock who own lots of shares of AMC, and they have not sold their positions out just yet. So if we take a look at it on paper, we can see that, that people are still trying to push the stock up. I know it's difficult because, like I said, of market conditions and stuff like that, but people don't understand is, the more shares that these hedge funds continue to borrow, the more shares that they ultimately have to cover. And this is definitely going to drive the stock price up. I do think over the next couple of weeks, we are definitely going to see some positive price action from AMC stock. I definitely do think that the stock is going to go up. And I definitely do think that right now, obviously it's not financial advice, but if you do want to buy the stock and you've been looking to buy the stock and you kind of want to get in on the action, now is a very good time because, you don't really know how long the prices are actually going to be able to sit with AMC stock. And here's the interesting thing, like I said, if we take a look at the buy orders, they outweigh the sell orders by a lot. So there's people out there who are still taking opportunities to buy the dip. There's still people out there who truly believe in AMC. And like I said, although not a feasible investment in the long term, we definitely know that AMC is definitely going to go through a short squeeze. I don't think it's something that can be avoided. I don't think it's something that can be kind of worked around. Yes, the hedge funds, they still do have to continue, to short the market if they want to keep pushing AMC stock down, because the apes continue to buy every single dip that we see when it comes to AMC stock in itself. And like I said, these hedge funds are starting to get scared, and they know it's the same thing that happened with GameStop back in, earlier this year, back in January of 2021, where, the hedge funds didn't really take anything too seriously. And then one day, a lot of people woke up to GameStop at $500. It's the same thing here. I do think that the hedge funds are getting nervous. I do think that they are. The only reason they're shorting more shares is because they view retail as an actual feasible threat to be able to push down the stock and be able to push up the stock as well. So hedge funds take advantage of this. They continue to push down the stock, but the hedge funds are scared. There was a lot of hedge funds who lost billions and billions of dollars and the first short squeezes that happened in January 27th of 2021, and then probably the ones that happened with AMC as well. And I can almost guarantee that these hedge funds are probably still down on their investment with money. That's the thing. When AMC is so volatile, the stock goes up, stock goes down. If the stock goes up, these hedge funds lose so much money because they're shorting so many shares of the market. If we take a look at the 1 month chart, though, has not been a pretty month for AMC, down 36.36%. But still looking at the 3 month chart, still looks pretty good, up 245%, and the 1 year chart's up 822%. But over the last month, we definitely see that AMC did really take a pretty big correction. We see here that it was trading around $57 to $58 most of June and even into early July. But over the last month, we've kind of seen that, it's almost lost half of its value. And this is kind of what's probably making a lot of retail traders who are holding AMC scared. It's like, is the stock going to go back up? What are we going to do? Should we buy more? Is it ever going to go through a squeeze? And here's the thing. On paper, when you have to look at the statistics, you can't really time the market. You can never really time when a squeeze is actually going to happen. But for me, I do think that we are going to get a squeeze out of AMC stock. But for my overall price prediction for next week and where I think AMC is actually going, I do think that AMC is probably going to be headed in the $40 to $50 range. Like I said, being able to be propped up, we saw with the 1 week chart, doesn't take much for the stock to be able to kind of explode. You know what I mean? It's very volatile. There's a lot of buying power behind it. And like I said, that's the thing. It's like if it really wants to get back to its all-time highs, it shouldn't be too hard for AMC to be able to do that because it's always been an explosive, more volatile type stock. And we take a look here, January 27th of 2021, we see this huge squeeze up, and it traded sideways for a very long time, kind of like a consolidation phase before we got this huge run up here on June 2nd. I do think it is the same thing here that we've kind of been seeing over the last month. Yeah, it has fallen a little bit, but we're kind of just sitting in more of a consolidation phase where people are just kind of, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, where the stock doesn't actually go anywhere. But all it takes is like one piece of good news for the stock to be able to kind of go up. But I do expect a lot of green for AMC next week. I still do think that AMC stock is going to go for a short squeeze, and I don't think people should sell out of AMC stock just yet. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.